Now it's time for Quarantine Tonight. Live from an undisclosed location north of the Platte River, here's your host, Mike Flood.
All right, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. It's the show you've been waiting for all day. Quarantine Tonight, 8 Central, 7 Mountain, all over America with polka music tonight. I've been kind of teasing you on this. I heard loud and clear just from Mike's mailbag how much everyone likes the polkas, and so we've brought back one of our favorites out of Saline County. It's nice to have some southeast Nebraska representation. The Accordinettes are here. Now, this band actually started with two classmates in Friend, Nebraska. It expanded to towns like Milligan and Wilbur and all over southeast Nebraska. They put on a great show. They were here last time, but more than even their music, they have fun together, and you can see it when they perform. They enjoy each other, and they enjoy what they're doing. They grew up in homes where they spoke Czech, and they're keeping that proud history alive, the tradition alive, by continuing the polka. And I think we'll hear some good stories about some of the different events that they've been at. I was just reading, they've been all over, 50 different cities in Nebraska. So there's a chance, if you're a polka dancer, if you like going to ballrooms and you've been scooting around anywhere in the last 30, 40 years, you've probably run into the Accordinettes, and tonight they're going to be putting on a show. Couple of quick notes. I need help from your pastor. That's easier than saying we need prayers, but we need prayers. We need your pastor to get a hold of us at News Channel Nebraska and say the evening prayer. We try to do this from across the state. Each and every night we have Quarantine Tonight, and people really enjoy seeing the different pastors from the different churches and parishes and congregations, not just in one part of the state, but everywhere. And if you can talk your pastor into it, or maybe you are the pastor, or maybe you're not a pastor and you just like to say a prayer, how about that? You can do that on this channel. All you have to do is send us your prayers. Go on and tell your pastor, or you, if you want to do the prayer, send the video to our Facebook account. That allows us to download the video, put it here, and we can share it with all of you in our evening prayer segment. All right, I want to talk later this evening about some of our Christmas programming. For those of you that like to go to midnight mass and you don't want to get the COVID, you can stay up to midnight if you like, because there will be midnight mass this year. There's also going to be a Lutheran service, several in fact, that you can find right here on News Channel Nebraska. Because of the strong support we've received from across the state, we want to say thank you, and we have doubled down on all of our Christmas programming to make sure that if you find yourself in front of the tube over the Christmas holiday, we can inject a little Christmas cheer, and you can attend one of the many services. Molly B is actually going to be performing as well with a very special Christmas program, which we're very excited about. Let's start tonight with our evening prayer.
Okay. God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. My name is Pastor Charles Katurima. I'm the pastor at the First United Methodist Church here in Nebraska City, and I would like to invite you for a round of prayer. Dear Lord, we are so thankful as always, thankful for the gift of life, thank you for protection and for your provision. We are so thankful for this moment in our lives, even when there are a lot of challenges around us. We are reminded by your word that you will always be there for us. We continue to pray protection for our people, even as we fight the COVID-19. May your presence be felt in our families, at our places of work, and even when we're on vacation. In your name, Christ Jesus, we pray. Amen.
All right, we're back here. Oh, they're lighting us up here with a little bit of light. Yeah, and there was light. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the Accordinettes, and this band has been around a long time with lots of memories and good times. And would you start us out with just a little introduction here, and then I'll provide some of the color. Oh, yes, you can use that black microphone. Oh, I forgot. She's the big sister.
I'm the big sister. So
These are sisters right here.
We are sisters.
Okay.
I am Deb Polacek. I live in Friend, Nebraska, and I'm one of the original Accordinettes.
Okay.
The two men in the back came very shortly after me. I started with a classmate, and she no longer plays music with us, but she still enjoys polkas.
Oh, good.
This is my sister. I added her on board.
She had no choice, did she?
No, many years ago.
Okay. Okay.
Donna Spitzka from Friend.
Spitzka, and she lives in Friend. Oh, look at, she just allergic to that black microphone there. All right.
And next to Donna is Galen Beck from Wilbur, Nebraska.
Okay. Galen, welcome.
And then his daughter, Maureen Beck Hollema.
Who was the teacher of the year in Nebraska?
Yes.
Young music educator of the
Young
year
music
in
educator.
2017, so it's been a few years.
Well, you get to be teacher of the year once. You're teacher of the year the rest of your life.
Well, thanks.
Congratulations. Wilbur Claytonia.
Back behind me is Alan Bronco on bass. He is a Milligan graduate, and his address right now is Western Nebraska, but it's the Western in Saline County.
Oh. Western Saline County, is that right? Oh, the Western. Oh, the
Western
the city
Nebraska.
Of Western.
Yeah, it's tiny burg on close to 15.
I know where Western is,
All right. And then we have Galen Kushka on drums, also a Milligan graduate. And his address nowadays is Exeter, so I guess you could say we're from Saline and Fillmore counties.
I'd say you're representing very well. Tell us about tonight. We're going to do the Praha Polka. Which one of you wrote this in grade school? Raise your hand. Oh, look who it is. She wrote this first song in, you transcribed it.
That's why it's in purple.
We're going to have a long night if you refuse to use this thing over here. You might end up with this over here. All right, well, let's have some fun. We're here to have fun, and tell us what we can get excited about the most tonight, Deb.
All right. Well, we're all of Czech and German descent, and we grew up with this music. Has gone to dances as youth, and so it's pretty important us to keep it going. So it's mostly polkas and waltzes tonight, and a few other numbers. Some vocals, some button accordion.
Well, I tell you what, if you're at home, get yourself a refreshment, get on the couch, get in the recliner, and don't move, because for the next 2 hours, we're going to be the best channel on television, right?
That's right, Mike.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching News Channel Nebraska.
And before we go on, I do have to say thank you to Mr. Mike Flood and to News Channel Nebraska, all the staff, all the employees, and the sponsors that make this show possible, because it is very popular. I used to watch Ed Sullivan and those shows back a few years ago, and I think this is like the new Ed Sullivan show of the 2020s. Here we go with a polka. It's called Journey from Prague, or Praha Polka.
Slunce svítilo, když jsme opustili Prahu, slunce svítilo. A my jsme popíjeli, a dobře jsme se měli, a my jsme popíjeli, a dobře jsme se měli, když jsme opustili Prahu, slunce svítilo. Když jsme opustili pivovar, sklenka byla prázdná. Když jsme opustili pivovar, sklenka byla prázdná. A jídlo bylo dosti, a pivo dosti, dosti. A jídlo bylo dosti, a pivo dosti, dosti. Když jsme opustili pivovar, sklenka byla prázdná.
the Prague Polka, and thanks Mo and Galen for that rendition. You know, that song talks about going to Prague, which is the capital of the Czech Republic or the former Czechoslovakia, and having a good time eating and drinking. And don't we all like to do that? We have another number coming up, and this is called Dancing Around. And as Mike alluded to, my sister Donna used to dance to the band instead of playing in it. Now she plays in it, and our first cousin would always be her dancer. So this is going out to Mississippi to our only first cousin, Vana Kanoki Vavracek. So Vana, here's to you, and I hope you're dancing in your kitchen. All right, the Dancing Around polka, going out just for Vana in Mississippi. You know, coming down here, of course, we posted on Facebook, and there was a lot of responses, and there's so many people that I can't name names, but for all of you who responded on Facebook, this next number's for you, some good old friends in Harvard, Nebraska. We have, of course, wives watching at home, Sharon and Deb, and Gwen, and Sister Anna, Galen and Mo's, Galen's daughter. So for all you Facebook people out there, this one's for you. It's called the Rain, Rain Polka. Here we go. Great job again, Mo. Thank you very much. That went to all our Facebook followers. The next number is called Song of Bohemia, or Písnička Česká, which actually translates to our little Czech song. This was written way back close to the 1850s when the Czech people were still under Austro-Hungarian rule, and they were searching for their language and their identity because German was mostly the language spoken in courts and all the important paperwork. So this was written in an opera called Song of Bohemia. Mo's going to sing it. And one of the lyrics says that if we lose our music, nothing in life remains. So please listen to Song of Bohemia.
Naše písničky jsou jak ty perličky na srdce navlečené. Tolik je krásný řeč a je to velký řeč, se jsou tak utlačené. Ta naše písnička česká, ta je tak hezká, tak jako na luce kytička, vyrostla ta naše písnička, až je ta písnička zračí, pak už nic nebude mít, jestli nám zajíneček nás nepomíne, potom už nebudem žít. Czech songs are so endearing, they are so sweetly alluring, just as the flower that blooms in spring blossomed our songs to a joyous swing. And if we should lose this flower, nothing in life will remain. And if our songs perish, we'd lose all we cherish, and living in vain.
Wonderful, Mo. That was great to hear it in English so people can get an idea of what the song speaks about. Another waltz coming up. This one's called the Snežanky, or Snowflower Waltz. And I can remember a band from South Omaha. A lot of Czechs used to live in that area. Frank Kuska and the boys, they recorded this number back a few years ago, the Snežanky.
The Quarantine Tonight on a Wednesday with the Accordinettes from southeast Nebraska, sounding good. And you might recognize them. They've been on several radio stations in Nebraska. They've been on the Big Joe Polka Show, right? On RFD, national television.
That's right. Yes.
Big Joe, a polka show. Yes. Is he the guy that said polka music is for happy music for happy people?
That's what he said.
Yeah.
Yes.
There we go. They've been on stations all over Nebraska, and tonight they're right here on News Channel Nebraska. And I know I speak for our audience when I say you don't know how many people you're bringing joy to tonight that just enjoy the sound of polka, and especially the Czech language, which not everybody can pull that off. We don't hear a lot of that on the English airwaves, but you have mastered that, you two over here. Where does that come from? Did you grow up listening to that Czech music?
Yes, I did.
Where at? Your grandma, your mother?
Oh, my dad.
Your dad who would speak Czech, and you Did you pick it up, or did you just?
They kind of kept it from us, but I picked up some of the cuss words, and those stuck in my mind.
Once you hear the cut, yeah. If you're hearing those, that means you were getting in trouble, right?
Yeah, definitely.
What about you? Where did you pick this up?
I kind of picked it up following Dad around to his polka gigs. My mom would always load my sister and I up, and we'd follow him around when he played with Bob Lecca and the Bouncing Checks and Leonard Beckwar and all those good time bands there. And we just enjoyed dancing around and singing around and kind of picked it up that way.
Boy, it's kind of fun to be playing in a band with your dad, isn't it?
That's pretty cool. That was kind of always a dream when I was a little kid.
Are you enjoying this?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Well, I didn't see her getting into rock and roll, so why not polka?
Hey, polka band in college. We called ourselves Polka Your Eye Out.
Where? Oh, naturally. Where did you go to college?
I went to Doane College back when it was still Doane College.
Well, that would make
university.
sense. A college in Crete would, in Saline County, would have a polka band. Hey, quick story. Tonight, I was helping my 11-year-old with his homework, and I said, "What have you learned in 5th grade?" And I'm not kidding you. What grade do you teach?
I teach K-12
Okay,
vocal
K-12.
music.
His response was, "I don't like snitches."
That sounds like a 5th
You're
grade
too young.
response.
That sounds like you've been in prison. You don't like snitches. My gosh, what the heck are you doing? That's what makes parenting fun, though, isn't it? When you ask a random question and you get a very random answer. We hope you're enjoying our program tonight. More with the Accordinettes. We got to water the band here a little bit. I know that they are already a favorite of the bar staff here at the undisclosed location because he's bringing out really salty treats, which I know what that does to people who need to be watered. It's good things for Mr. Bartender. Hey, let's check Mike's mailbag here real quick. We have been getting letters from all over the state, and we like to read them to you and find out who writes us with the snail mail. These are snail mail letters that we get. All right, let's go to it. This is from Ken Kneifel in Newcastle. We so appreciate the way you have reached out to your fellow Nebraskans this year. We especially appreciate Father Joe's masses. That's Ken Kneifel from Newcastle up there in Dixon County. Here's one from Michael Brabeck in Morse Bluff. Thank you for all you do. We listen a lot, especially Father Joe's masses, Quarantine Tonight, local news, and the weatherman, Jeff Fox, who does a great job. There you go. Here's our last letter for tonight in Mike's mailbag. It comes from Skylar, Alan, and Teresa. They enjoy Father Joe's church service, and it's greatly appreciated, especially in this crazy year. And we also, Father Joe actually has the ratings. We're just kind of the cleanup crew at 8 o'clock. Father Joe is absolutely a wonderful person and does a great job. He got the COVID. Who here has had the COVID? Raise your hand. We got a few of you that have been through it. Oh, yeah. He waves it up there. We don't need any more of that, do we? I tell you what, let's take a look at the latest news, and we'll check that forecast from Jeff Fox. We'll be back with more of the Accordinettes in just minutes on News Channel Nebraska. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here on Quarantine Tonight. We're just kind of getting warmed up. We're getting the band assembled. They're all kind of filtering in here because we are celebrating the Accordinettes tonight. They've got how many button accordions are you going to have up here tonight, Deb?
Well, we have Alan on button accordion, and I'm just going to kind of chord along with him a little bit. Mo's going to sing, I'm going to sing, and then later on, Mo and her dad, Galen Beck, are going to play button accordion.
Well, you all brought an accordion today.
We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe.
Wow. That is pretty impressive, by the way. Now, what year is this contraption machine over here you've got here? What year is that thing? 1950s. You know what's interesting about musicians? You guys get an instrument and you don't give it up for like the rest of your life. Every single musician that comes in here with something like that says, "Oh, this was my grandpa's 1911." I'm like, "Well, your grandpa or great-grandpa, I should say." All right, we got everybody assembled here. Ladies and gentlemen, the Accordinettes on News Channel Nebraska.
Take it away, Mr. Alan Bronco. Jedna černa vrana seri do poli. Druga časna vrana sedle vedle ni. A ta čedi povidala, že nám někdy uvidala te. Lásko má, že jsi byla nežerná. A to čedy povídala, že nám někdy uviděla tebe, lásko má, že jsi byla nevrná. Once there was a black crow sitting in a tree. And there came another, and soon there were three. Said the first one to the other, you are not my promised lover. You can cheat, I see. You're not very true to me. Said the first one to the other, you are not my promised lover. You can cheat, I see. You're not very true to me. That was the Black Crow. And if you haven't noticed, we got Alan Bronco on button accordion, and Mr. Galen Beck behind me is on the bass horn. And of course, Mo's here singing.
And Galen's playing the drums and doing a good job, too.
We can't forget Galen. One of these numbers, he might put his Santa Claus hat on.
He might sing a tune later, too.
Yeah, Galen.
They're kind of multi-talented up here.
Are you getting ready to sing, Galen? Oh, he lost his voice. Well, maybe we can remedy that. What do we have up next, Ellen? Armike Polka. All right, here we go with the Armike Polka. All right, coming up next, we have a number called the Clover by the Water polka. Jethaliček u vody. Pod do polí, tam roste felíček a kvete pěkně u vody. Snad proto můj hosíček za našu teď víc nekodí. Proč tam jethaliček roste u vody? Proč k nám můj hoříček, proč k nám nechodí? Snad k nám zase cestu najde, až ten jethel zajde, ten jethaliček u vody. Snad k nám zase cestu najde, až ten zajde, ten jethaliček u vody. Hoříček roste u vody. Proč k nám můj hoříček, proč k nám nechodí? Snad k nám zase cestu najde, až ten jethel najde, ten jethaliček u vody. Snad k nám zase cestu najde, až ten jethel najde, ten jethaliček u vody. Yeah, the Clover by the Water. I think Ellen has musicians come and play up next. Musicians come and play. Muzika ty pojďte hrát, tu písničku so mám rád. Dneska budem já a moje milá až do rana tancovat. V oči si jí zadívám, vesele si zaspívám, protože mé hezké modré oči, tak jí moje srdce dám. You musicians come and play the tunes we love today. All the boys and girls will soon be dancing, and to these tunes they will sway. You musicians come and play the tunes we love today. All the boys and girls will soon be dancing, and to these tunes they will sway. Yeah, musicians come and play. Polka time once again here, and it's called the Owl Polka. Do you know what an owl is in Czech?
A sova.
A sova.
Hey,
Very
we
good.
should dedicate this to our friend Casey Sova, who's out there watching with their boys, Dane and Drake, or as I like to call them, Bob and Myron.
And you know what? They're quite the characters. I think the one's going to be an actor someday.
I think they both have potential for that.
Right.
Yes. And our friend Brad Hustock. We should probably dedicate that to
That
him,
sounds
too.
good. Very good. Sova polese slídí, svíčí si očima. Nikdy tam neuvidí, kdo mě nejradši má. Dojížděj vítr fouká, a proto ta malouka lítá až do svítání, nemá čas na spaní. Proč ta sova tolik houkala, hu a hu a hu. Na mě se tak divně koukala, hu a hu a hu. Ta na tebě má lásko, něco ví a nepoví. Proto včera tolik houkala, hu a hu a hu. Ta na tebě má lásko, něco ví a nepoví. Proto včera tolik houkala, hu a hu a hu. Ta sova tolik houkala, hu a hu a hu. Na mě se tak divně koukala, hu a hu a hu. Ta na tebě má lásko, něco ví a nepoví. Proto včera tolik houkala, hu a hu a hu. Ta na tebě lásko, I think we had an owl in the building. Don't you, Mo? Didn't you hear something?
I did.
Yeah, maybe a barn owl. I don't know.
Poor impression of a pigeon.
A pigeon? Oh, no. Black crow, owls, pigeons. Those Czechs sing
We got
about
lots
all
of
those
birds, don't we?
Yeah. Lots of birds.
Now we're switching gears to the other variety of animal, the four-legged kind, the horse.
Right. And what kind of animal is this, Mo? A horse?
Koniczki?
Oh,
Is that right?
Yeah, I think you're
My
right.
Czech's a little rusty. I know
think-
a lot of the swear
I think
words.
the one
but
is a konya. Konya,
Okay.
maybe.
Oh, yeah, okay. Hey, should we dedicate this one to Al's mom, Shirley? I bet she's out there watching us. And to Deb and your family.
All right. You take it away, Ellen.
Here we
Konieczki osedla, do okienka na też zawołam.
Dneska wyskočáru,
Pojedeme z paru,
jednokiem nesporu neseká.
a
Naše koně rozjedou, tam je zase cestu povedou.
Pojedeme spolu nahoru a dolů, až konečný svět osedla. Pojedeme spolu nahoru a dolů, pak ti povím, co na srdce mám.
We had Bob the horse back here, I think, from the Jingle Bells song. Got a little Jingle Bells happening.
All right, here's the song. Lots of people know this song. I think lots of people like to sing along to it. And where is their beer? They say there's no beer in heaven, so that's up next.
1, 2, 1. Here we go.
Heaven, there is no beer. That's why we drink it here.
Right here in Norfolk.
When we're gone from here, all our friends will be drinking all their beer. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Heaven, there is no wine, so we drink
till we feel fine.
and when we leave this all behind, our friends will be drinking all the wine. Heaven, there is la 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 la.
we worry way too much here. And when we drink ourselves full of beer, all our friends will be drinking all the beer.
All right.
Whoa, there we
Mark's
go.
back.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Accordinettes. They might need a little break just to have a refreshment here as we get through our Wednesday night. And I want to play something here. We have something very special. We have one of her students who is in what grade, by the way?
She's a kindergartner.
She is a kindergartner, and she loves her music teacher, right? The Teacher of the Year from 2017 is her music teacher. She goes to Wilbur Claytonia.
Yep.
And what's her name?
Her name's Madeline.
And what is she like in class?
She is a joy to have in class. She loves music. She's actually our neighbor girl, so
Oh,
I get
my
to
goodness.
see her every once in a while.
And what's Madeline's last name?
Nicholson.
Nicholson. Are her parents watching
Yep,
tonight?
she's watching at home with Mom and Dad, Sandra and Austin.
Okay, so I'm going to issue a cute alert. We're about to show you Madeline at home tonight doing her best impression of her kindergarten music teacher. Let's take it away. Let's see if we can do this here real quick.
Here we go. Here we go, a shoveling another peck of snow. Here we go, a trudging. We got a mile to go. We got a mile to go. We got a mile to go. Let's do that over again.
Oh, that is a pretty cute little girl. She's standing on that little step there. Is that what you do in class?
No, I don't normally have to, but I think she knows that I'm pretty short because she's about as tall as I am.
So she wanted to get up a little higher, huh?
Yeah, she was instructing her parents, trying to teach her parents the song we sang. They were talking about shoveling snow. In their
That makes being a
song.
teacher worth it, doesn't it?
It really does. That was pretty cool.
Oh, gosh. Well, we thank you, Madeline. I hope that you're in bed by now because you've got school tomorrow and you're in kindergarten. But Mom and Dad, thank you so much for sending us that video of your little girl. I think it made your teacher's day.
It really did.
All right. Coming up in just a moment, we're going to be back with the Accordinettes from southeast Nebraska. This is pretty much a Saline and Fillmore County party that we're having here on News Channel Nebraska. We'll be right back. So the band's basically talking about this song coming from 1979. Have you been playing this song that long? 1979. You were what?
I was dancing.
Oh, look at her. She's on the television. I didn't know that could happen there. Your sister's getting with the program finally.
Finally.
Where did she get this shyness from?
You know, I am usually the quieter of the two of us. She is more social and outgoing than I am.
Well, what happens when the lights are on and the cameras are going?
I don't know what they're doing back there, Mike. You better check it out, you know.
Yeah, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are here with the Accordinettes. They are from Saline and Fillmore County. We have a great show tonight. We hope you're enjoying it. A lot of polka. Out Behind the Barn is the next song up, which you'll figure out what that's about here in just a moment. And then after that, Silent Night, which is a special Christmas favorite. How are you guys doing back here? You holding up? These ladies are getting all the attention up here. He's doing okay? Yeah, they say they like being in the back row. Well, they're going to be doing a lot of the singing on this next song, right? Well, you drew the short stick. Ladies and gentlemen, it's News Channel Nebraska's Quarantine Tonight.
Pappy used to tend my hide out behind that barn. He taught me to be dignified out behind that barn. When he took that strap to me and turned it down across his knee, he sure did hurt my dignity out behind that barn. Got my education out behind that barn, and I ain't a foolin', no siree. Passed each examination out behind that barn, but it darn near made a rag out of me. Smoked my first cigarette out behind that barn, Now that's one day I won't forget, out behind that barn. Oh, I got sick, you should have seen how that tobacco turned me green. Almost died of nicotine, out behind that barn. Got my education out behind that barn, and I ain't a foolin' no siree. Passed each examination out behind that barn, and it darn near made a wreck out of me. Met a pretty girl one day out behind that barn. She wanted me to stay and play out behind that barn. She taught me how to kiss a neck, and that's one game I won't forget, 'cause we still play that same game yet out behind that barn. Got my education out behind that barn, and I ain't a foolin' no siree. Passed each examination out behind that barn, but it darn near made a wreck out of me. Say, I would like to go again out behind that barn and do the things that we did then out behind that barn. Now you may think it ain't no fun to court a poor old farmer's daughter. You just don't know what we taught her out behind that barn. I got my education out behind that barn, and I ain't a foolin' no siree. Passed each examination out behind that barn, but it darn near made a wreck out of me.
All right, what did those boys do behind that barn, huh? We're going to switch gears here, and we do need to play several Christmas numbers. This first number was performed on Christmas Eve, and Wikipedia told me way back in 1818. It's called Silent Night, and we're going to have it sung also in Czech. And in Czech, it's Tika Noc, Silent Night. That was beautiful, Mo. Thank you very much. Well, we have to play a little faster Christmas song here. This is a Christmas carol. I understand was copyrighted in 1857, and it was written by a man in Medford, Massachusetts. And in those days, they had sleigh races with horses, and of course, they had bells on the horse and also the sleigh. So can you guess this number? Galen, can you guess the number? Silver, you're close. We got to give you 2 points for that. But the correct answer is, Mo?
Jingle bells?
Jingle bells, that's right.
You have your jingle bells back there, don't you? Oh, good.
Are you going to play bells for us, Galen? Okay, great. All right. And can you neigh like a horse, too, while you're at it? Or okay.
For sleigh ride, though.
Right. Oh, that's for sleigh ride. Okay. All right. Sounds good. Here we go. Everybody ready? Yep. You can start.
Horse open sleigh, o'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Roličky, kropak vám dal hlas. Kaspárek, maličky, nebo děda mraz. Roličky, sotosujú nič. Mám cíli písničky, Vánoce a sny.
All right, there was even a little Czech version in there, Rolničky. All right, that's our Christmas music for you tonight. We're going to switch gears here. We have two father-daughter button accordionists here that are going to put on their button accordions and do some button accordion numbers again. So just a minute here and we'll get some mics changed around.
We're going to start off with one called the Barbara Polka, and I'm going to send it out to my husband, John Halma, who's watching at home. He kind of likes this number. was one called the Barbara Polka. We're going to do another one here, and we're going to dedicate it to our friend Bob Auger, who came all the way from Wilbur, Nebraska with us today. He really doesn't like this song, but we always tease him that it's his favorite. It's one called Apples, Peaches, Pumpkin Pie, just for Bob. Apples, peaches, pumpkin pie. Who's not ready? Holler I. Let's all play hide and seek. Apples, peaches, pumpkin pie. Who's not ready? Holler I. Let's all play hide and seek. Oh, I am here. Dawn is there, and Dan's dancing over there. And we're having a great time here on News Channel Nebraska. Oh, we are here, we are there, we are everywhere. Let's all play hide and seek. Apples, peaches, pumpkin pie. Who's not ready? Holler I. Let's all play hide and seek. Apples, peaches, pumpkin pie. Who's not ready? Holler I. Let's all play hide and seek. Oh, Dad is here and Debbie's there. Marvin, I found ya. And Bob is over there. And Galen and Alan are back here. And we are here, we are there, we are everywhere. Let's all play hide and seek. Well, we're going to do another one. It's a concertina number. It's one called the Gary's Polka. E flat. We're going to switch gears and do a waltz here. Debbie, you want to come up and sing Dreamboat? I'll help you. We're going to do one called the Dreamboat Waltz. This is kind of a popular tune as we go to polka dances around Nebraska. A lot of bands have this in their rep, and It's just kind of a nice, easy dancing tune. Kind of talks about two people taking a boat ride in their younger years and then coming back and many years later taking a boat ride again, kind of in the moonlight, if I remember correctly. So, all righty. Here's one called Logiczka Mala, or the Dreamboat Waltz.
Drzewo mała, lodziczka stoi, oj mała panenko, sedniem si doni, poplujem dole dol, zeleni haj, haj, poplujem dol, zeleni.
You know, if we were at a job, I'd say, hey, let's clap for Galen. So let's clap out there in TV land.
Drzewo mała, lodziczka stoi, oj mam panenko, sedniem si doni, poplujem dole dol, zeleni haj, haj, poplujem dol, zeleni.
We're going to do a number that we do at the brass band. All of us play with the Milligan Czech Brass Band, and Donna is a good supporter, and Dan, they come out to a lot of our dances. We're going to do a tune that we sing and play with them called the Wayside Waltz.
Nashville, Miesice spad, ja jsem to, máš mě rád. Dnes nezraný, nesedáme doma děti kolibavě. Snad poletek na tom městě budu zase chodívat. Tu svoji Antuličku nepřestel mit někdy rád.
All right, quarantine tonight here on News Channel Nebraska. Isn't it great to be with your dad singing on television across the state of Nebraska? We appreciate it and appreciate you guys so much for being here. These are the Accordinettes on News Channel Nebraska. We have more coming up. We only go until 10 o'clock Central or 9 o'clock Mountain Time. We've got folks in Sydney that are enjoying your show tonight. So how often do folks from Saline and Fillmore counties get to Sydney, Nebraska? Not that often, right?
No.
Well, they're good people out there, and they are rebuilding their town, and it is looking great. So we say hello to our friends from Sydney. We'll be right back with all of the Accordinettes with another 27 minutes right here on News Channel Nebraska. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Quarantine Tonight here on News Channel Nebraska. The Accordinettes from Fend and Milligan and Wilbur. What towns am I missing here? Exeter. Miss anybody here? Aren't we missing somebody, it seems like?
Mo's address would probably be Crete.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Grand Crete. Wilbur.
We appreciate you making it to this undisclosed location, even though you've given it up once or twice tonight with some of your lyrics. That happens to me all the time, by the way. We just appreciate all of this, and on behalf of all of our viewers, thank you for providing a lot of joy to a lot of people who just love the Chuck Polkas. And tonight is the night for more right here. We're going until 10 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Mountain. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
You know, when I first started playing, about every third set we played was a two-step or an old-time modern number. And just to change gears a little bit, we have one called Send Me the Pillow That You Dream On. And this, of course, came out many, many years ago. A lot of artists recorded it. I lost my sheet. It's somewhere in my pile, so I can't. There it is. So I can't remember off the top of my head, but 1949 was the year this number came out. It was recorded by the Browns, Dean Martin, Jerry Lee Lewis, Connie Francis, and lots of others. Send me the pillow you dream on. Here we go. 1, 2. yeah, send me the pillow you dream on. Back to polka time. We're going to do a number for a gal that we know that walked into the studio here, Donna Mapes. She's a wonderful accordion player herself. Surprised to see her. We met her at polka festivals years ago. So Donna, thanks for coming out tonight. And this song's for you. It's called Pretty Dancing Girl. Just for Donna. Got to tell you a story. My sister Donna and I have two brothers, one deceased, one living, and they started taking piano accordion lessons with me. And lo and behold, my older brother was at a farm sale playing football with some bigger kids, and somebody landed on his arm and it broke his arm. So he had to quit taking lessons for 6 weeks. Then it wasn't too long after that, my younger brother, Kevin, fell off the monkey bars at school, broke his arm, so he quit taking lessons. And guess what? I was the only one that continued. They stopped after their arms were broken. So this is going out to my brother, Kevin Spichka, his wife, Kathy. Oh, her brother, too. Sorry. Their daughters, Ashley, Aaron, and Shelby, and all their families. Aaron was a Czech queen at one time, so good promoters, and Kevin's always full of fun. So we have to do the beer barrel polka for the Kevin Spichka family.
você. Nossa amiga Senhor, certeza
Mr. Alan Bronco on the tuba.
roll out the barrel. We'll have a barrel of fun. Roll out the barrel. We've got the blues on the run. Zing, boom, torero. Ring out a song of good cheer. Whiskey, wine, or beer. Now's the time to roll the barrel. For the gang's all here.
All right, that was just for Kevin and his family, Donna and my brother. Here we go with another two-step. It's called 5'2" Eyes of Blue. And I got a little history on this number. I don't really remember this, but I was living in this year. It was written in the 1920s, the Roaring Twenties, and in the 20s, Donna. And in 1984, Walter Mondale, in his presidential campaign, introduced vice presidential candidate Geraldine Ferraro with this number. And she was 5'4", so I guess that's why he chose this number, right? 5'2", Eyes of Blue. Now you know the rest of the story. Okay, ready, guys? Yeah. Okay, here we go.
5'2"
All right, 5'2" Eyes of Blue. Waltz time it is. An old number coming up. I think it actually started out as a country western number. It's called Oklahoma Waltz.
Well, here we go. The end of quarantine tonight. We're missing our music teacher. You better sit in your seat here, by the way, next to your dad, next to your sister, who we all have here. We have lots of interrelationships. We are almost to 10 o'clock tonight. We want to thank you so much for watching News Channel Nebraska. The Accordinettes have been one of our favorite bands. They have fun together. We hope you've had fun tonight, and that you enjoy the fact that these folks drove a couple hours to get to this undisclosed location just to perform, and they've done a great job. And we even got to see one of your kindergarten students, by the way, from Wilbur Claytonia, who did a great job. Little Madeline is a star. Are you going to see her in class tomorrow? I will, so I'll have to see if she will tomorrow on the replay. Yes. Will you ask her about it?
I sure will.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. What's next for your band? Your next gig is in, did you say March
It's
already?
in March. You know, COVID has slowed lots of things down, Mike. As
How
you well
happy are you that the vaccine is on the horizon?
I am very happy.
We are
very,
ready
very
to be
happy.
done with this whole thing, and I'm sure the people in across Nebraska that love polkas are missing this so much. We might have to have you back before March. That's a long time to wait for more polka. Is the Wilbur Czech Festival going to go on this year, do you hope?
Well, those two are Wilburites down there, but from what I know, I think they've been doing a little bit of advertising and planning. What do you think, Mo?
We know Russ Karpiszek has a lot of hot dogs, and Frank Smokehouse has a lot of hot dogs ready to go.
Yes.
So
we know Russell. And,
they're well prepared if it were to go on. We hope it will, because
if
we missed
anybody
it.
likes the booze at Wilbur Czech Festival, it'd be Russ Karpiszek. All right. Hey, it's 10 o'clock. Thank you so much. Good night from all of us here from our undisclosed location. The Accordinettes will be back, and more music tomorrow night on NCN.